Well, reload is exactly what we're going to do, Jason, because we are going to reset and get ready for Dust2. Virtus.pro came up just shy in the first map, and I think there was a lot to review that could have gone better specifically in the first half. And then, as you say, Entropiq caught on to the BBB in half time number 2, shut that down, and now they've got a series to play for.
Certainly do. And Dust2 is going to be where it heads to. And as far as a map for Entropiq, this is going to be kind of intriguing. You can see the stats here. Win rate 60%, as we mentioned. Even on Overpass, I mean, Virtus.pro just plays a higher quality of teams. But it's kind of weird. We see that loss to Spirit by Entropiq on Dust2. They also lost to Virtus.pro on it at the previous RMR, but they have also beat Gambit on it. So some of the results are extremely up and down. For VP, I mean, as their pick, they beat K23, but 4 recent losses in the last 5 is kind of painful to look at. So again, we have another moment where a team that's impressed us, that has done some really cool things in Entropiq, has a chance to 2-0 this series as the underdog. And usually in this tournament, we've seen teams get to this point, let it go to a third, and it doesn't matter that the favorite ends up winning it in the third map. So Entropiq really need to close this one out, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's kind of nice to see the map win-loss on the chart, even though it can be misleading because the winning a map doesn't mean anything. You need to win a series, but it just goes to show that, a lot of these teams that even, especially in Group B, aren't necessarily getting the points and winning the series are still taking maps and making them close. And like you say, sometimes it doesn't matter when they get to map 3 and the favorite still wins, but right now Entropiq has a great chance to capitalize. And Dust2, you can call it your home map, you can call it your main pick all you like. It's still a territory everyone knows. I mean, anyone who's ever played the game of Counter-Strike probably played it on Dust2 first.
Yeah, most likely. That's a fair bet. We keep talking about this in the context of Entropiq when it needed to win in 2-0 and really needed to capitalize on their opportunity to have an upset here. But if you're VP, like, backs against the wall, you lose this, you do not make the playoffs. Like, you're in second place in the group right now, but your points are all tied with the rest of the teams. Losing this would be an absolute disaster. Now, they're sitting okay in terms of RMR points, that I still think they'd have enough to remain in the top 5, which is how many CIS teams are going to go on to the major, but that'd be a painful way to not be able to add a good chunk of RMR points and stay at the top of those standings. So very important for VP in this map to take us to a third to close out this series. Here we are, live into the pistol round. Utility on Kickert and Crad for Entropiq.
We'll see how it kicks off. At long, there's always contact early. We're going to see that no different than this pistol round. Up catwalk, a little bit of positional control, but Ukinder's got the first kill of the game. And still take down Forrester over at the B tunnels. And now it will be a full commitment. 4 players up catwalk, 1 down below in the form of Kicker, just actually backed up the ramp and supporting his teammate now a little bit more, or with a little bit more control, as he wanted to rotate toward mid, considering that it could have been a B split. But James gets 1 back. That's it so far. Crad and Lackey have already found kills on their side of the equation, and James going to try and dance out again from that CT spawn ramp. Kicker's got Iliad. Now they turn it around. It's just Crad and Lackey left. Bomb is planted in their favor, but unfortunately the round is falling away. Crad managing to get none before Lackey gets only 1 more, and then James will make his way back up and waited patiently the whole time for his teammates to get in a better position.
Yeah, I feel for Crad a little bit. He was trying to make a really awesome, a really cool movie film play by jumping down, but the smoke just cleared and gave Buster an easy frag on him. Nice job from VP. Good job from James, staying alive at that long crossing choke point. He knows he's got a teammate in the pit as well that can help support, prevent him from getting swung on, and he just kept his nerve and waited for the retake. 1-0. Famas on Kickert and James. For Entropiq, that plant is going to force them into a bye. Mac-10 on Crad. They got a scout on Elian, and Galil's as the core of this purchase.
Molly on top of tunnels to block smoke. Well, either way. Force, he's going to wrap back around there's already CT in the form of Ukinder at T spawns. So that's pretty aggressive, trying to get the information. This is the thing with second round bomb plants, right? I mean, it's kind of level in terms of purchasing power right now. And I find that a bit extreme in a lot of cases, poor CT's never really getting that chance.
Yeah, the second round buy after the bomb plant for T side has been frequently criticized. At times, even the purchases is sometimes better for the T side. This is a weird round. I feel like Entropiq doesn't even really have an idea of what they want to do, but at least Forrester's finding out that there's aggression in this upper dark, and it's going to be hard to break through this. Good kills from Kicker. Double kill off of Catwalk, and Forrester's put into play. He goes down as well. Buster had him tracked the whole way, and no damage is going to be dealt from Entropiq so far.
Takes out Buster. James got lucky in return, though, but it's Alien that's going to work down from long. Shoulder peek. No such luck with the scout, and backing away, he gets caught out by Sanji. That'll end the round and make it 2-0 for Virtus.pro. So good conversion considering that purchase, as we talked about. Yeah, I can see the criticism. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that you can lose a round and then still be on relatively equal footing, considering how much more investment the CTs need and the fact that that can break them early game. I know that the devs have been trying for years to make it more balanced from CT to T, but I don't know how I feel about that one. That's like the consolation prize, you know? The Zoomers just want a reward for showing up.
Oh, deep nades in mid. Deagle on Elian and Crad with a P250 on Forrester, and let's see what they're going to get. VP's pretty content to let them have control of Catwalk. They don't really care because they're looking for the ranged fights once Entropiq tries to actually get into the bomb site, where those FAMAS will have a huge advantage.
Sanji sits on ramp. Flash will only annoy, but not really serve any other purpose at this point, as Entropiq want to work their way to style as Crad finds Kinder. That certainly confirms his presence on Cat. He's got to be very careful here. Swinging wide with the FAMAS, he's only able to get one, and then he's sitting in the open. Sanji's not quite in a position to capitalize or punish them in return, but he will come out now and find Ilian. Watch for Crad. Man who started with a brilliant kill on the catwalk to begin is now at long, and they don't know that he's here. He's going to look for the one-tap lineup. But James already rotated off. Sanji smoked is actually going to let Crad come up a little bit closer, but James is going to check. It doesn't matter. Crad's got the shot instead. There was a kill in the meantime, so it is down to just Crad, but that is a heck of a punishment from these Deagles, and now he's desperately looking in the smoke. Before Sanji jumps down and realizes he has moved. Expensive, though.
Oh, and he went down just before the time ran out. Very fortunate to hit that timing. 5,300, he gets the bonus money. Yeah, that actually got a little bit dicier than I expected it to. But fair play, VP still comes out on top. Some good kills, though, for the Entropiq side. Double up setup for the CTs. Yekindar with one, Jame has the other. Yekindar is going to take his towards the B bomb site. Jame, obviously, towards A, starting out of long, but that's where Elian has gone for a timing peek before getting forced away.
Oh, nice nade. Tickle them pink. Forrester 61, Crad on 62. So again, aggressive toward B. They want to try and get that information on tunnels as early as possible. Yakinder holding it with the AWP this time. Has a trade potential set up with Busters. Kicker CT. We'll hear the Molotovs bouncing, and now see the smoke as well. It's going to deploy, but he gets a good position on top of the box and beats Forrester to the punch.
This catwalk
Bad opening setup. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So,
I think this catwalk hit is going to be the last thing that Entropiq really kind of has to do at the moment. No presence towards long, no presence in dark, and ooh, just spam through the smoke. Kickert's got one. The off is trained on a gap as well. It's going to be an easy freebie. Just has to lower the crosshair a bit. Crad and Elian, the last two left, and nobody is rotating into Elian's crosshairs. Crad does find one, opens a chance.
Yeah, nobody at all, but Krad's gonna back away from this flash out. Sanji is holding top middle. He's going to hear them running this direction. Should be able to at least, okay, well, spot them, but as you say, at least get one. Doesn't. That gives the information to Kinder, who's been waiting with the AWP on this side of the map the entire time. And Elian desperately tries to bait Kinder into a peek. Manages a very successful shot. And smoke flash, 6 seconds. Nope, doesn't have it. Realizes he's too late, but gets into the one-on-one. Unfortunately, it will go no further. James has already realized that James has the time on his side.
That's actually not the worst outcome in the world. I mean, taking a loss obviously sucks, but you're going to have another buy for Entropiq. Nickelback and Krad can both get AK-47s. Lackey Forrester might be down to Galils, but you've taken 4 weapons away. You've taken one of the ops out of the double op setup for VP. So, yeah, you've done good economic damage even at a loss, and you're just going to go for it again. Still a very solid buy for the Entropiq attack.
James already getting pushed back at long has Sanji covering on him with the M4. Meanwhile, Yekindar has been so aggressive in this game. Doesn't get his second op out this time, but is going to hold out toward middle. And flash is being thrown at him. We'll advise Kicker to come support, but this time again, they are still playing a very aggressive tunnels position. And Ilian can't hit the shot. Buster's going to double up as a result. I think this is almost one of those times where Entropiq has to start considering challenging the B tunnels just to slow down VP.
Yeah, I mean, certainly if this is going to be something consistent that VP's doing, it might be a good idea. It's almost like a little bit of a role reversal, though. Yekindar's got a great off angle towards upper dark. Nickelback, there's way too many angles to clear to feel comfortable with that one. And even if Yekindar does go down or lose a battle, Buster's right there to spin and add on top. So Krad's just going to ignore that problem for the moment. See if he can find something at the A bomb site. Obviously does not. And there goes Lackey. No success, no kills for Entropiq in the round.
Buster 2 on the trot inside of the tunnels, and it's 5-0 for Virtus.pro. So the start that they needed on the last map, they're getting this time by. Trying to force out that third map, make this series count for something. Forrester yet to get a kill on the board. Maybe they should task him with going to challenge the B tunnels, Jason.
Yeah.
Because we know how good he had been well, I was supposed to say yesterday. Jesus. Last map at getting entry kills.
Yesterday probably works too, though.
I mean, it might. I'd have to look at the stats.
Yeah, I mean, if they send him in there. Be like, listen, we know there's going to be action. You're seeing somebody. Go see what you got. Did a good job, yeah, like you said, on overpass. He was on the T side. He was the guy towards the B bomb site, often solo, finding some kills towards sandbags. Out-dueled Buster with an AWP a few times. So, upgraded pistols and armor for Entropiq. Scout on Elian. What can they do with this? Yekindar close to the double doors, listening for the jump on Xbox.
Jumping through. Kicker again wins out that duel at middle. This time it's against Krad. The quick peek duck. It's like playing limbo with an AWP. This time successfully as James can't hit the shot. James got pressure from long as well, though. Kicker's got to rotate back that direction, but he's down already. James now has problems up close. He's going to scurry away. Hide in CT spawn, and that lets Sanji hold the position on top of the platform. That'll take Nickelback out of it. A cat. He's still trying to go through the box, by the way, with the scout, and he's going to do it like he's down. He just kept firing over and over again. Death by paper cuts. 1,000 of them, usually, they say. You'd probably only take 900 with me, because I have a bleeding disorder. As Ilian rotates back to T-spawn, he'll be spotted, but it is an AWP again. Has James gone that far around the map, back through CT, up in the middle, just running everywhere rampantly, but now the bomb will head over toward B and desperately try. Ooh, this is a fake.
Yeah, he's a gamer.
He sold it. Yeah, that is a gamer moment, but unfortunately, Kinder's got the kill on him instead.
Sure does. 6-0 at this time. I mean, we talked about the slow start that VP had on overpass really hurting him down the stretch. they've got out to a good start here. They don't want to go through that again. They don't want to dig themselves a hole that they have to get out of. 6-0 on the CT side so far of Dust2, and at least one buy an economy built up behind them in case they need it. Haven't gone back to that double op setup, so probably still enjoying the dynamic AK-47 in the hands of Yekindar can be on this map. This time, no pushes into B tunnels, and Entropiq is already out mid. Crad looking to cut off rotations. Oh, but Yekindar is on point.
Slam dunk. Oh, okay. Nice nade. It's thrown from up by Gandalf. I believe James was the one to put it there, but either way, it's going to be him that falls back now toward long. So being dynamic with that AWP, run boost will reveal one player on ramp in the form of Kicker, not the AWP. He's gone, though. James now knows he's got to get better positioning. Might have done better to hold for the shot, but they get by. And that gives them a chance for the plant. Forrester's in a great spot. Surely he gets a kill here now. First one in the game. Oh, Jason, you hate to see that. He's got no kills. He has one on a platter. Sanji's missed his Molotov as well. He wanted to bounce that down by Gandalf. It's gone over. I don't think any of that spilled down by the boxes, so he hasn't cleared anything with it. Instead, though, the platform one will hold close enough that it doesn't catch Nickelback, so the utility not working out very well for the CTs as the smoke leaves him covered off. It's still going to be the man advantage for Entropiq, doubly so. James out of here. 6-0, becoming 6-1. Entropiq getting their first round.
Yeah, that's a hard-fought win as well. Sanji actually had pretty good positioning, just could never make the final play into the site. Ooh, Jay misses a chance. Gotta be careful. Don't want to lose that. You're going to want to drop over to a teammate, so tuck yourself into a corner, young man. 6-1. Another buy coming in for VP, though. Mentioned they had one behind him. James can actually drop 2 rifles if necessary. That's a good find from Elliott, and Kicker just didn't realize he was a bit too much exposed. Double ops again for VP.
So running sideways, Sanji to deploy. So that's not ideal. A lot of missed nades in the last 2 rounds. James got Ilian to start this one off, though. And that leaves an op down in B tunnels that they don't even care to recover. In fact, they're just going to bail off of it. Nickelback, not really known for AWP. Leaves the scene of the crime and hopefully wants to avoid running into an accident on A as Kicker tries to do something of that, but it's Yekindar instead that gets Forrester down. That's on Catwalk, as well as the kill at long, so really no chance for an A-take. They're going to get surrounded on this. They might still get a bomb plant down just based on the fact that the Molotovs have pushed them back, but Nickelback's going to have to be very careful about getting the safe side Catwalk planted in position as Sanji could have swung on it. Good flash as a result, though, and that leaves Kicker exposed, and down he goes. Might actually have a chance in this because the others went it long. If Crad could have got the read that Buster was up close, they would have had a better chance, but at least it's information for Nickelback, who finds himself in a 1-on-2, but they're coming from both directions. Smoke in the site has about 6 seconds left on it. Doesn't matter, he's already isolated Sanji, and late to arrive is James. AWP, fire through the box. No chance at it yet as Nickelback goes back out, catches him jumping, and it's 2 in a row for Entropiq.
Whoa, Nickelback had to work real hard for that clutch. That is excellent. Completely repositioning himself, going back to the railing to actually take that fight is huge. And VP, they did that pretty well. Put James at the B bomb side with the AWP. He gets a pick, and Entropiq says, we don't want to deal with that op. We're going to go to the other side of the map where they run right into Yekindar's, which only goes 1-for-1, but a spectacular clutch. And these back-to-back rounds didn't feel like Entropiq had either one of them. And somehow they squeak them out. Long control as Forrester leads the way. Forrester still 0-8. Killless on the day so far. Sanji is inside of this long smoke, but surely he doesn't get anything done. There's Forrester with his first frag.
Shots out. James jumping down, takes some damage for it, plunging into the ground as they'll go for the reverse elevator boost. Use the chance at shots. Nickelback managing somehow to avoid them. Might have shaved off an eyebrow with one of those bullets, but he's still alive and the bomb planted. Buster has an AK though. I think this is protective VIP at this point.
Oh, he's already bailed out. He's tucked tail, hiding in that B bomb site, bugging out and going home. Yekindar and Jame on catwalk.
I like it.
The best they can do is take guns away. Obviously, not going to go for the win. Yekindar's trying to find a timing of when Krad might evacuate Goose. Not even entirely certain someone is there, but now he is. Now he's got the info. And Krad is likely dead from the bomb blast no matter what. Nickelback has got to get on his horse and get away. And I think he's going to just make it.
I think I've just come up with what I should have done. I should have just been a Dust2 main in matchmaking, called myself Maverick, and only played at Goose.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah. And you could have been like Cougar, and we could have had Anders come in and been Merlin.
Yeah, but I would have been stuck on Ancient. Anders as Merlin would have wished he was Gandalf, so he could be here with you.
No, but it's, at the start, Cougar and Merlin, Maverick and Goose.
Okay, you're going that route.
Yeah. Let's stick with the theme.
Okay. I thought you were doing the whole wizarding thing, because the
No.
blocks.
No. Well, I get it. But no, I was sticking with like the very opening scene.
Yeah. Poor Merlin.
Almost orphaned them the day he never even seen him.
Ooh. Good contact turn out of Log. A little bit of a flashbang from Lackey. Sanji goes down. Kicker wants the action, though, and they're lined up for him. Doubles him up.
Forrester's going to sneak up and at least get onto the ramp. This will give them something to work with. Smoke's still down. He's the one with the bomb as well. Decent shot, Yekindar, though. Plant happening, and no chance for one. Alien actually had a lineup to Yekindar, but now realizes he's got to go hunting for it. Smoke down. I don't know that this... Okay, was going to work out in his favor, but he actually is able to echo-locate exactly where Yekindar is and makes no mistake on the shot. James on 22, but again, AWP, that matters a little bit less. Bomb's still on the ramp. He's going to potentially get by on this cross. They've got 2 to peek it, though. Actually, I take that back. They do have James still looking to spot that so that they can see exactly where it's going to come from. Timing on the flash, doesn't matter. James up high, Buster's up high and was crouching, so he wouldn't have been blinded by that. James, I think, was even smart enough to dodge it. So well done, VP. They find their 7th round.
Yeah, one of those flashbangs you can see coming. 11 kills on Yekindar, 10 on Kickert, and Entropiq not having as much success as they'd like. Double up set up again for the VP defense. This time it looks like it's going to be on Buster instead of Yekindar. So here we go. 3 different uppers on this VP team. And a little bit of miscommunication. All 5 players headed to A. Buster turned around, then Kickert turned around, and then he turned around again and went back to A. But now we're getting things settled. Buster with an op at the B bomb site. And he might have gotten here just at the perfect time because the hit's about to begin.
Kicker actually managing to get Lackey down, but thankfully so, because Nickelback had already found a pretty punishing kill on middle. Now they have to rotate back around. Team in the window. Flash tries to fire in, but that's one op. Are they going to expect that there's 2 firing from the same position? Surely they suspect that's just the single position and single player. Buster might go undetected here as a result. Doesn't want to jump up on the platform, but does. And Alien's ready for it. No scope from Jame. But no chance in this round. Not with Nickelback lurking. Not at all. He's got one already. James trapped in the middle at this point. Torn between 3 roses. And he's actually found a way out, potentially.
For now. Ooh, but Nickelback doesn't expect to go up catwalk. So yeah, he seemingly has found a way out. Nicely done from Jame. Good B hit from Entropiq. And what a hard hit to stop as well. All those nades into the bomb site, even when VP smokes off the Molotov. Entropiq didn't even force the issue. They're content to sit behind that Molotov knowing they have 3 players in the vicinity of the bomb site, and they can just wait. They can put all the pressure on VP, who's got to somehow make a move. They buy time for the lurker as well. I think a beauty from Entropiq. 4th round on the board, and money, funds, starting to run low for VP. So Entropiq starting to figure things out. They've won 4 of the last 5, and they've got a good run going.
It's Take a look back at the replay. This was the kill I said was so important because they were trying to split onto B, and that was pretty much it. As soon as they got the second op down on the back of the platform, great shot by Ilian. That enabled the round to really unfold for them. Ilian this time goes down middle. One cross at the same time. And he's not been able to spot that as Crad gets removed. That was the player we saw rushing, excuse me, and now shot at the door doesn't work out, but Yakinder back at the window. Hang on, this guy's on a roll. 2 kills already. They might be in the B site, but they don't have a lot to show for it. Bomb waits at tunnels. And with one player in, though, at an AK, they might have something to say about this. Are they going to go box boost outside? They are. This is, I love this, if this can work out. That little sliver to work and shoot through, but they don't have the lineup correct on it. Yakinder jump sees it, and Forrester spots it in return. It would have been amazing if they hit that shot. That would have looked so cool.
Yeah, well, Kicker was spotted in middle as well, so Entropiq knows they've lost the entirety of the map. There was no going anywhere else. Only the B-bomb site. 3 flashbangs for Entropiq to delay this retake. 1 Molotov on Kicker. You got to imagine that's going to go to Elian's position. And actually, Jame with the op is in tunnels as well. So if they can get this Molotov... Actually, excuse me, it's going to go for the bomb site. So platform won't be taken care of. Ooh, it misses its mark. And here's the retake. Elian got a kill into tunnels, and that's it. Jame again going to be forced to save. Man,
is he really forced though?
Yeah, that's true. He's
I'm just kidding. He just likes to.
He's in his comfort zone. Yeah. I thought that Molotov was certainly going to go to back plat for Elian to get forced out and have Jame there ready to get the peak. Not the case. 2-round lead. 5.
Yeah, 5 from the last 6 as well for Entropiq. So they've turned this on its head. And they definitely have the momentum now. Beauty shot, Yakinder. That was one of the 2 that we said started it off, but
yeah, 3v5
they couldn't do enough of it.
I kind of forgot that Yekindar opened up 2 frags in that round. That's a really good recovery for Entropiq.
Sanji, a good double with the flash assist from Jame at long. Kicker was there as well. They went all in. 3-man long stack to challenge any early aggression, and it pays off. Now get a smoke toward the Xbox thrown from long. That's from that car. And Crad starts to retake Cave for a 3rd time this round. Are we going to lose another? It's going to be Sanji that gets up close. Now, did he just swap guns? I think he did. We're going to look over at Yakinder because this is far more important. Bombs on this side, but there was a very, very contentious situation at long. Buster has got Forrester back, so that was your B entry. Jame getting Crad on the late rotation, having tried to come back from that long position. Leaves us with just Ilian on the AWP. You can see that gun barrel. He knows it's there, and frustratingly, he now has to push it and try and get the quick shot. Buster knows he's coming because he hears him and smartly steps out to beat him to the aim.
Yeah, Ilian got spammed as well through the smoke down to very low HP. 8-5. Another opening, another good start to the round for VP, a double kill at long. So 2 rounds, back-to-back rounds. They've had to play 5-on-3. They've won 1 and they've lost 1. They don't care as long as they add numbers to their tally. Round 14.
Flash through doors, doubly so. Meanwhile, smoke as well at the corner at long. Kicker. That's for Jame. Good shot, takes out Lackey, goes immediately for the fall, and the nade to follow up. That's going to do big, significant damage to Crad and Nickelback. Sanji flashes himself and disappears back into the smoke at long. Now, interestingly, they put that smoke there, but never actually challenged long. So this is like a Hail Mary for a plant and then just have a scrappy post-plant situation because they don't have long control. And the CTs are still clearing it because they think that doesn't make any sense. That's impossible. Like, there has to be someone in the cave, and now they're going to realize there isn't. So at least buys a little bit of time, but they don't have any angles to play.
Yeah, take it away.
Kicker. Down by Nickelback. Yakinder. It does get 1 back, so this is actually doing okay, but in the corner on boost box, Buster finds Nickelback having dropped down, and Forrester and Ilian again getting completely surrounded by the fact that they have no control, and they're holding, but only just as Yakinder comes around to catch out Ilian. And Virtus.pro will... Whoa, tight. No, they won't! They're actually going to lose this, so that did buy enough time.
I've seen that. I feel like I've seen that happen so many times this week where retakes are just like the trigger gets pulled to actually go for the retake a little bit too long. These CIS teams are actually, they're so patient, sometimes to their own detriment. That sucks. Yeah, I agree. VP retaking long was smart, but Entropiq at a certain point, they had 3 players inside the bomb site and 1 on catwalk. They needed to get people out of there to fight at the railing, fight at the corner, so you're not just have 3 people fighting in the same really small piece of real estate. Still was going to be long odds to take the victory, but they've got it. Mid control for Entropiq. Alien, Krad, and Nickelback. Yekindar and Jame are going to challenge on the other side in that AWP. Looking up, spots the leg, finds the kill. An easy one, as Krad wasn't even looking.
James going to sneak his way back to mid. Nickelback's there on the other side of the door. He's got the gap opened up now, and I was going to say easy shot. I think even Jame will be surprised he didn't quite click the backside. Flash through. They want to challenge it, though, and it all works out because knowing that Jame was there, Yekindar was able to protect him swiftly. Buster, good boost up at the entrance to B. He hasn't made any noise despite being strafing back and forth as quickly as he is. Challenge it, mate. You got him down. He's on 6, but he'll get away. James on 12, by the way, and Sanji on 9 himself. Oh, did Yekindar spot it? I don't... He may have. I think he did. Yeah, he's ready. He knows he's coming up close to the window, but that doesn't matter. Ilian just absolutely annihilates both players at B, and now the bomb will be recovered and run through tunnels the safe way to the site.
Oh,
this
no.
guy's on a roll.
Yeah, they tried to flash him through the smoke, and he's got that. Now Lackey's coming from behind, and Sanji has 9 HP. He's got opponents on each side. And again, another round pulled out of the hat by Entropiq. That is... What a nice round from Elian sneaking out mid. Sanji's certainly going to go down, and he's second now. 4 kills on the round. And it's a 7-8 half, including, what, a 7-2 run to close out the half?
Yep, 7-2 indeed.
That's pretty crazy. VP started out 6-0, and to end like that, got to be painful, especially in such an important game. Losing track of mid, and this will happen.
Man, that's foolish. I even said I thought that he was spotted, and yet he still finds the kill through the door and back to window in such a fast fashion. So we start over again, halftime number 2, and the pressure on VP. Again, must-win series. They're down a map already, having lost on Overpass 16-14. Ilian just absolutely assassinated Buster. And they want to try and go for long B challenge, the tunnels, that is. But Yekindar and Kicker are able to win that exchange, having lost only 1 in the process. Still a 3-on-3. James already snuck up long. But Krad is at suicide. Did you ever see the version of Dust2 that garage was open to his left? Krad's left. You could like connect over to top B. Yeah.
No, I did not.
There was also a version that was like reverse Dust, and that was one of the bomb sites was in that garage. Yeah. Lots of versions of this map in the world.
But there's only one true version.
What, Dust 1?
I guess I don't even really know where I was going with that one. I just wanted to sound like profound.
I knew what you meant. No, I knew what you meant. I just thought I'd ruin it for you. That's all.
Yeah, that's good.
Team player over here.
Yeah, I like that we have this kind of relationship. It's ruining things for everyone. All right, Sanji's tasked with the long flank. He'll meet up with Krad. That'll be a one-on-one there. Nickelback and that's a good win. Sanji does hold on to long. So Entropiq, this retake, gonna get very difficult as they both go to catwalk. No kits, smoke flash, but without the kit, I don't think it's gonna be even possible.
Well, Entropiq will give it a go. They've had some pretty fortunate rounds so far. Great shot again by Elian as he absolutely slays Quicker. And now he'll try and hold off because they're going to go for the 10-second defuse. Get in with the knives if you have to, boys. But Jame will just do it with the gun instead. And Virtus.pro will find round number 10. They've won both pistols now in this game. Excuse me, they'll find round number 9. I got ahead of myself. But they have won both pistols in this game. Alien, by the way, is on 17 kills, matching that of Yekindar.
You know, it's pretty funny. If Entropiq had known that Sanji actually wasn't staying out at long and actually pushed up close to the corner, I think they would have swung and taken that fight on railing, and they might have actually had a chance after that. I'm not sure about what the bomb timer would have been left with, but regardless, that is both pistol rounds going to Virtus.pro in this game. And at the moment, 3 players poised to go into the B bomb site. Yekindar just checking lower dark for any aggression. Sanju with the bomb and Buster in upper dark. while Jame and Kickert look for aggression elsewhere on the map, both in mid and towards long A. So just trying to keep a good amount of information in hand as Yekindar throws the pin smoke and backs away.
Back with the Deagle, spots one, but wasn't ready to pull the trigger toward the head. Still, oh my god! Still got Jame and then snap with his last bullet to find Kicker to get some RNGesus inside of the flash and finds Buster as well. That is about as good as it possibly could have gone for Entropiq in that situation. My god. And Sanji goes to the P250 up close to pull back on Crad, but he's left with 7 HP. Catch your breath if you can.
Oh no, he was just clicking as fast as he possibly could. And a blind kill on top of everything. What a freak. Yeah, Sanji has 7 HP. He has the bomb, but there's so few options. He would have to hit some kind of a spectacular shot on Elian inside the bomb site if he's going to choose to go for this. There he is creeping. He's got the P250 out. Needs a wide swing. Needs a quick shot. He goes for the duel, and Elian's got it. Yeah, deep breath. Enjoy that clip because you're not going to get too many more of those.
He can barely hit Jame and then watch this. That's foolish. And then he's fully blind and as he's strafing as well outside of the crosshair. That's yeah.
I thought he was going to get a 4th as well. That would have been wild. 9-8 as Entropiq come right back in, winning the 2nd round. An early lifeline extended.
Well, now they'll see if Deagles can give them the same sort of fortune on the VP side. As they'll complement a Galil from Buster and the Scout of Jame.
It's like a stalemate on the map. It's like everyone agreed we don't cross this line, this horizontal line in the top third of the map.
Yeah, that's kind of what Dust2 is in a lot of ways, though, right? Like, unless you push tunnel or, like, I mean, with the exception of long, there is a very clear, like, definitive border.
Shall not pass.
Yeah. Which is one of the things that makes the map frustrating to play as a CT if you don't have control, because rotations become very one-dimensional, but that's why it's also important to be able to dissect it and break it down. Kinder with a smoke at CT will try and work through. Get spotted from inside of the CT site. Lackey's waiting for this, but he's lost his teammate. He's not sure if they're going to come tunnels or not. We can tell they aren't. I don't think he's figured that out yet. Doesn't matter. Bombs dropped, and it's just on Kicker. They're going to cover that off like it's the only thing that matters, because at this point it is 3 seconds left in the round, and they'll save at least the Galil, or rather, excuse me, he's upgraded to an AK for the next round, but it's a 9-9 scoreline, and Entropiq immediately back in.
Yeah, and I mean, the AK-47 is the only weapon they can have. Everyone else on VP has to just full save into this round. Only Buster above 2,000. So Kickert's got head armor now. He's invested in that, and they'll probably just rely on him to take some duels. Good shooting here by Elian. Ooh, that's a good flick. Barely anything showing over the top of the smoke, and he still pegs it. Deagle on Sanji. Blocks on everyone else, and the AK on Kickert. And here he comes out long. Ooh, had a chance. Had a real chance. But it ended quickly.
James just been sitting in spawn trying to bait some shots out of middle, but his teammates get in position now. They'll move up. Yeah, no chance anymore, I don't think. Bomb at long A, going toward the cave, will be making enough noise considering the position of Nickelback to have been heard. And he'll just hold beside the pit, waiting for him to wrap around. Meanwhile, we turn our focus back to middle, where a Deagle is on the map, and sometimes that is almost surprising moments, as we've already seen in this game alone. Good shot from Forrester as we see it from the distance, and Elian will close it out. Entropiq back in the lead by 1 round. 6 to go.
First lead of the game. for Entropiq. Gotta feel good. Gotta feel real good looking to upset VP here. Lackey, Forrester, Elliott, mid and gonna cross. I think Elliott and Lackey just worked together to fake that they were gonna push into lower dark a little bit delayed. They did back away because it was spotted, but probably puts Yekindar and Buster on high alert.
Yekindar's trying to use that smoke to his advantage as well and get a peek toward mid, but Allian's not going to give him anything. In fact, he takes one away as he gets kicker. Now Yekindar gets crad in response to that on Catwalk. No one inside of the A site directly. A bomb's over toward B, interestingly enough, and it'll be curious to me if Yekindar's able to actually go a little bit further, even though he's only on 29 HP, and they're actually going to just go for a cat smoke with a flash under. Does he go for a drop down play? I mean, that's risky. They're committing to B. 38 seconds. This is a good setup as well. Forrester, Lackey, they got the crossfire, Spain switch. They'll get one. Sanji back now. This is the one that matters because the trade came in sooner and Alien was able to get one as Lackey, we saw, got the kill that mattered most in B. Should end the round. 23 seconds. I say should end the round. Yekindar, 29 HP, is up to his third kill, and it's a one-on-one. Lackey, he has to know he's middle. He's waiting. Now he's turning and looking. But oh my goodness, the entry. And that is a massive round for Virtus.pro.
That's an incredible clutch. I can't even explain it. What a great awareness to check behind you as well. Nickelback flanking from long A. Never expected that. Would have expected Yekindar to be attacking towards the B bomb site, not checking behind him in that fashion. And a disgusting clutch. Good opening kill. And you're right. I think Yekindar would have been a little bit more aggressive towards the A bomb site, except he didn't have the HP to do it. But that's an incredible turnaround. What a great delivery from your big-time player. And a must-win series. Must-win map facing elimination, essentially.
Yeah, that might save them right there on Dust2.
Double
Considering you go back to that pistol rounds. Yeah, good point. Good point. This could be significant considering the investment on it, but also significant because they haven't had one yet on the CT side. Lackey, old timing. Whoa, I thought he was just going to get shot in the window, not even get back inside the site. He somehow keeps his life, but only with 24 HP. Jason, man, that was way too close.
That is a puckered butthole. Man, so close. Actually, the damage works out relatively even as well. Considered. No one loses their life, but a couple players got real close. James, Kickert, Sanji outside long. It's a catwalk defense for Krad and Entropiq. Nickelback's going to be on the railing with that low HP. Problem with Lackey getting so damaged is he's got one of the ops, one of the weapons they want to take contact. Forrester goes down in mid. That leaves a really wounded offer as your only defense, and now everyone's falling across the map. You lose a player on catwalk, and I think you got to start considering the save.
Lackey wants to try and get a shot on the edge, but they're not going to bother for it. Entropiq is going to back away, so Virtus.pro will double up off the efforts of Yekindar in the last round. James waiting, Nickelback running directly toward him. Easy first pickup, low HP on the set. He just spotted. That's Lackey. Tries to pre-fire it, knowing that there's probably going to be more than just one, but that's going to cost him. AWP. If he had just maybe gone aggressive and gone for it, he might have had a better chance.
Yeah, still, that's a tough shot for an op to hit. He's probably just barely showing the top half of his head, right? And James just like, okay, if I can just stall them out, if I can just keep them kind of frozen in the middle portion, my team can get here. But his team is all on the hunt. They don't have a whole lot of cash built up, but it's going to be worth it to take the AWPs away. You don't want those weapons. How many kills can Entropiq get before VP is forced to give it up? It doesn't even matter. They don't get there past one. 11-10, VP take a lead in the scoreline and in the money. And Entropiq's going to have to fight back from a deficit again. And that's why we're getting a timeout. Methinks.
Methinks. Let me just double check that, because, yeah, yesterday you called it and it was actually a tech pause. But no, this one does look to be tactical.
I ain't seen no texts in the chat.
No, don't see no techs, no engineers. Honestly, have they tried just turning it off and turning it back on again? Well, a one-round game, Virtus.pro on the back of Ykinder at this point. Because he hits 23 frags so far, and none more important than those 3 in the clutch.
That'll be the round Entropiq points to, and is just like, bless it all. If we don't lose a 3v1 with the bomb down, with 20 seconds remaining. So many advantages in that round taken away by Yekindar. And it set him up for this catastrophic loss in the previous round that takes all their money away. Entropiq is going to have a 2-round deficit more than likely after this, and they'll have to come back into this game.
Sanji gets Lackey down. Alien, though, is working his way up into alien territory as he goes up middle, but finds Buster. And he will back away. Kicker, meanwhile, out toward T-spawn. The back is found by him and dropped immediately, but Forrester gets the shot back on the USP. And now Alien once again will try and hold from on top of the A platform. Rotations coming at long with bomb. It's going to be rushing 3 of them versus just the 2 defending Entropiq players. But Alien trying to keep his head down, trying to get them close as possible as he uses that deagle. He'll go now because they've got the flames down at his feet. And Forrester gets in position with the AK-47. Entropiq are turning it around again. And James has to try and recover the bomb. 48 seconds, that's not the factor. His life is as Alien swings around, and that is a heck of a recovery.
That's a round they started with virtually nothing, like most of the USPs. Well done from Entropiq. Obviously some deagles mixed into there. And this is the same story as Overpass. These low econ buys, very, very dangerous. This is a good start from Elliot. And obviously finishing things off here, holding them at bay as long as possible. And now it's VP. 1 AK-47 on James. Deagle's picked up on a couple players on Buster and Kicker. There goes the AK-47. That's out towards long. Sanji's going to have to work on salvaging that. But a good advantage for Entropiq here down the stretch.
So Nickelback holding it long, has Crad at the wall to at least bait the aggro. Kickered as well in middle right now. As Buster's with him, they're down, as we said already, 1-man James, having been removed by Elian. He's looking great this game, isn't he? What's he up to now? 26, 27? 29! Dear God, Jason, the man's on fire.
He's doing God's work, isn't he?
He is, absolutely, but he's not got the shot this time. He will still deploy the canister of fire, canister of flames at the feet of Kicker, who had an angle. It was a bit of a deep incendiary, or shallow, I suppose you should say, from the CT perspective, and that almost gave a shot toward Goose. Lackey smoked over the tunnel. What, was he still in the air? That's foolish. If his feet weren't on the ground, then he just hit Ykinder in the head. Either way, he gets 2 before dropping to a relatively nice shot in return from the deagle of Quicker, but it's a 2 versus 4, make it 1. And Sanji is far from the bomb, and I think far from winning this round.
Yeah, only a matter of time before Elian hears him. Oh, an easy one with the Deeg. 30 kills for Elian. The next closest on his team is Lackey with 15. He's doubling up his team. Love to see it.
I want to see this. Watch closely if we see that replay of the jump shot.
No, he was off. Yeah, he was in the air for sure.
He was in the air. He was. That's ridiculous. I thought maybe, like, I was sure that's what I saw, but like, I didn't want to believe it, you know? So I thought maybe he just like slid onto the box very seamlessly, but no, he was 100% in the air. That's foolish, man.
Nah,
that is so ridiculous.
He's doing some Neo floating.
Oh, my eyes didn't want to tell me the truth. Like, honestly, I didn't want to believe it.
See, I've just gotten used to it.
Yeah, it's the second time he's had RNG, right? Was it not him with the deagle as well? Like, closet? Like,
oh, that was Nickelback. But yeah, there's been a lot of that.
That's right, yes.
There's been a lot of that in the favor of Entropiq, but you know, what can you do? We're all playing.
It's part of the game. I mean, you create your own luck as well, right? You have to be able to.
You have to be good enough to
simplify it down to the Wayne Gretzky. Yeah, I mean, you can simplify it down to just saying you miss every shot you don't take, but it's also you got to put yourself in those positions.
Well, Entropiq seemed to have a read on VP because this is another time where VP is actually posturing and showing that they're taking control of Catwalk. And Entropiq is more than happy to play retake, or they just know what's coming. They know it's not actually going to be a Catwalk hit because they kept 3 players on the B side of the map. In fact, Crad tucked himself into a corner on the rafters instead of even moving. And he's going to have a big job to do. Lackey's here as well. Good bait. There's the first kill. Oh, it gets one before Crad finds it. And now the B hit's a little dangerous. Lackey's going to need help inside of the site. He goes down quick. And Crad with one more. Bomb hits the deck. 20 seconds.
That's a big kill from Crad to turn it around, because if they get securely inside of the B site with the bomb already planted, it's a much more difficult task. He's gonna walk straight in. They're gonna have no idea. Buster stood up thinking, I've got this covered off. My teammates here in the form of Jame, but it's not good enough, and Jame gets baited out. It's gonna be Entropiq taking the 13th round. That is balls from Crad. 4 kills in the round.
That's a big boy play. That's a series-winning play. He's got them with a 2-round lead. Entropiq didn't flinch on that presence on Catwalk. They stayed ready for this, even though he even misses a shot to let Kicker get that kill. If Kicker doesn't find that in time, like, this round could have been much, much easier. But regardless, Crad with the big boy plays. Back to pistols for VP, even out of the plant. It's a scout on Kicker, Tech 9, P250s, a Deagle. Desperate, desperate times for the attacking side.
Fast B hit from VP this time, knowing how close it was last time. They think they can just walk into the site. Well, I've got news for you guys. There's a guy named Lackey who is partnered with a guy named Forrester, and they've absolutely shut that down immediately. So this will go to round 14 in favor of Entropiq. And now Virtus.pro really has a tough situation. Again, this means they could be out of this RMR in groups, and that means they may not make it to the major, Jason.
Yeah, and even if you think about it as well, I mean, you can see here, they're just trying to do something tricky, popping through that smoke right at the end of it's burning. That Yekindar 1v3, it feels so long ago now. And those are the only 2 gun rounds that VP was able to win, is that 1v3 and the round immediately after that. Their T side is not having a whole lot of success, and they've only had 1 plant. They're getting stopped emphatically in the second half by Entropiq.
Nade into double. Nickelback's managed to get himself behind the door for Entropiq, and if they push through, it'll be the first time he's had that position. It'll need to be 2 kills, though. Sanji's been backed off long enough. They may consider it. They may give some consideration to the possibility of him being there. There's going to be 3 now, so I can't imagine he gets all 3 unless he has some miraculous trigger discipline and they don't check it, but I think this is him done. Best situation as he gets 2. He'll hear the utility going over. He knows he's going to get pressure on him. It's actually going to come help him as a result. And it's 1 and 2 for Nickelback, and he's still not down. Jame got alien in response. Crad, elevator. Can't spot the fact that they've gone by him, but he can hear it, so he'll start to shuffle his way back to ramp. And as they plant the bomb, he walks up. Crad finds the first, knows Kickert's on the site directly behind, and it's all on Jame. And Jame, it's time to save the op, because they're going to need it if they want any chance of trying to force overtime. It's 15 rounds for Entropiq.
Oh no, this is not good for VP. Another plant. Yeah, the X-Ray Hunter is going to help, but you're right. Nickelback, you called it. He got 2 exactly, and Jame can't take that fight. Even though he gets the trade at corner, that's a really difficult fight for an Opera to hit. Entropiq playing so well, and the 17th best team in the world, Entropiq, is about to take down, what, the 6th ranked team in the world at the moment?
Yep.
VP, huge upset, and might just knock them out of this RMR. They might have to be content with a small addition to their RMR points for the major, and that could have huge implications down the road.
Good shot. Yekindar at least to start this one off as Crad. Little bit aggressive, and Nickelback caught out now as well. Hang on. because the AKs brought up in this round have a chance as Yikander works toward the site. He wants to swing out and cover off long, so the bomb in the hands of James can be planted. And I think already they're going to save on the CT side despite having a considerable amount of money. They do not want to throw this away. Now, you could justify trying to take guns away from the T's at this point, but they're obviously playing the long game.
Yeah,
they only need one round, right?
Yeah, you can, and that's kind of what they're trying to do in case VP tries to chase, but there's no reason to set up and try and be aggressive in finding that. For instance, they'll love it if Buster peeks, excuse me. I like this. 15-11, round 27, you just unleash Yekindar.
Yeah, he's really doing all the work, it seems, this half. But yeah, and like I say, you could try and get guns down if they're in round 14. Maybe you justify it. Round 15, they're going to have guns next.
Uh-oh.
That's it, so it doesn't matter. Buster gets Forrester down. Lackey, Helion, they each find a kill, but James will take Lackey out of it as well. So just the AWP carried over. But like I said, they've got lots of money. It's not about that. It's more important that VP is able to hold on to weapons as long as possible. This could still go to overtime. We're going to get a timeout called this time by Entropiq, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, makes sense. I mean, they have whatever they want. I think they're just kind of figuring out what kind of a strategy they want to run and make sure they're organized in terms of dropping a weapon over to Lackey and to Nickelback, because Crad, Forrester, and Elian all have a ton of money. 3 chances to close this out. And if you're VP, I like that chase as well. Even though you didn't have any kind of a win streak going on, you've still got the losing bonus in your favor. You're about to have the round win. Go try and take some of those guns away. If you can pull this down to 13 or 14 to 15 and keep Entropiq on a low economy, you might make things easier down the stretch. But for the moment, I don't even think they're thinking about that in a way. It's just one round at a time.
What a job by Elian in this game as well, as he's done 32 kills. The next highest on his team is 18.
Yep.
And he'll be at mid this time. AWP still that nade. Did it do much? No, where did that go? Did that just go too deep and not really do anything? I think it must have. I didn't see where it detonated, but either way, Crad will hold up on top of the catwalk for the one and drop spot. Smoke goes down. He's not even going to go for kill flash to try and slow the take. Ooh, that's a good flash to get because they're right through. They've got the opening kill on the VP side, but Krad's rotated all the way around. Gets one of his own. Uses his own smoke to his own good, and now he's upgraded to an AK-47. He'll deploy yet another smoke, and he has completely shut down VP's attempts to try and take catwalk. Forrester was in position to cover him, as well as Sanji sneaking up long, and this could be it. It is still a 3-on-2. Don't call it done just yet, Matthew. Calm yourself down, because there's James still in the round, but this is getting precarious. There's 38 seconds left to go. James going to try and just straight walk middle. Gone, and I think we might have the round over. Buster has to find 3 and have the clutch of his life to pull this back. I'm going to start it with the first. No, he won't even get that far. Forrest has it instead, and Virtus.pro go down 0-2. Entropiq, heck of a game. Give them credit where it's due, but Virtus.pro are in trouble now.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty confident this will mean they're going to be eliminated. They're not going to be in our playoffs here at the StarLadder RMR, which is pretty crazy. This RMR is giving away a lot of points, and I'm not sure how much they'll get. They're still pretty high up in the standings, so I don't think all is all lost. I think there's one more RMR points to be able to be gathered, one more event that could give them points. I think they're going to be just fine, but certainly this is not a great showing for a team that has been so cool and so much fun to watch and so dangerous throughout this year. This is a rough loss to take for them, I think. Obviously, Entropiq's a team we've been impressed by in some of their losses throughout this week. This is probably the best win. This is the best win we've seen out of them so far, in my opinion. And that's a well-played series.
That was a very well-played series and some great kills. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will start off World Number 1 versus World Number 2 to determine who will win Group A. It's Gambit going against Na'Vi. We will see you then.
Я думаю, что команды скучают по лану, безусловно, потому что все-таки у нас работает эта игра, и это такая творческая, и людям, которые постоянно сидят дома, которые мы играем то на турнирах, турниры очень обесцениваются в плане, ну, когда ты в одном месте там выигрываешь, побеждаешь, проигрываешь где-то, и все становится рутиной. Так что LAN — это двигатель, это зрители, это эмоции. И я думаю, что и людям будет интереснее смотреть игры именно вживую, потому что там больше раскрываются личности игроков, больше каких-то событий происходит, реально какой-то другой вайб будет. Ну и нам, конечно же, хочется также путешествовать, увидеть новые города. Мы очень скучаем по этому. Мы недавно тоже разговаривали, столько всяких турниров было, и как будто это уже все в прошлой жизни было. Хочется вернуться в эту, как бы сказать, колею, где мы путешествуем и видим разные города и разных людей. Я думаю, что где-то такой момент присутствует в онлайн, когда матчей много, сложно где-то собираться, но это нужно работать над собой, так как все в равных условиях. Но зрители, конечно, они заставляют тебя... То есть игра становится более, как бы, придается важности игре. То есть ты видишь соперника, видишь зрителей, и ты хочешь победить еще больше. Поэтому игра становится более где-то нервознее, где-то наоборот кто-то раскрывается. Ну, это тоже какой-то способ своей адаптации, и я думаю, что у нас неплохой опыт на лане, и мы в разных ситуациях были, когда много людей, когда вообще там закрытые сцены. Поэтому, думаю, все будет окей. Напрягает ли играть в онлайне или при зрителях? Я думаю, что нужно сказать спасибо режиссерам, которые, скорее всего, не покажут зрителям, как ты там, может, там ковыряешься в носу. Я тоже, кстати, об этом думал. Ну, я думаю, безусловно, играть перед зрителями намного лучше, интереснее, и это что-то новое. Вот. Живые эмоции — это то вообще, ради чего мы играем. Без этого было бы очень тяжело. А для кого? Наверное, может быть, и для кто-то и не раскрывается, там, даже играя дома. Может, ему как бы тяжело постоянно находиться в одном месте. Так что все здесь индивидуально. Я думаю, что Ancient очень хорошая карта. И вот это обновление, добавление карт — это очень важный процесс в нашей игре. То есть он заставляет команды как бы шевелить мозгами и какой-то коллективный разум свой развивать, придумывая что-то новое. Так как когда какую-то карту играют очень долго, команды просто как бы берут раунды у других команд, где-то неосознанно, не думая, откуда это, как к этому пришло. А когда новая карта приходится, постоянно будет удивление. И для зрителей это будет хорошо, потому что какие-то вещи, которые они... что-то в новинку будет. А так, думаю, вроде бы многие команды играют этот Ancient. Мы играли один раз на официалке его, и также над ним работали. И карта мне и команде нравится. Возможно, какие-то микроизменения сделают ее еще лучше. Так что я только за изменения, и если бы они проходили там раз в год хотя бы, было бы очень круто. Могут ли новички обыграть хорошую команду профессиональную на новой карте? Я думаю, что это будет все равно сделать тяжело, потому что у профессиональной команды более как бы лучший подход к самому разбору карты, к каким-то перемещениям и так далее. Там, я думаю, что будет тяжело для новичков. Ну, хотя в жизни все может быть. И так что я думаю, что шансы всегда есть, но единственное, они может быть очень маленькие.
Мы скучаем по турнирам, потому что, в интернете совсем другая игра, и нет тех эмоций, на самом деле. То есть такая, когда тренируешься, просто рутина какая-то, на лане совсем другие эмоции, совсем другие ощущения. Но вот скоро должны вот в конце лета уже провести лан, вот, Virtus.pro лигу. Влияет ли уровень игры нашей команды с отсутствием ланов? Тяжело сказать. Я думаю, влияет именно вот сильным командам, то есть у них нет столько мотивации, там, то есть те же там Астралис, которые всегда играли на ланах, там Нави, играть в интернете, постоянно там тренироваться. Я думаю, именно для там топовых команд это сложно. А для остальных, я думаю, нет разницы. На уровень команды, думаю, не влияет сильно. Но обычно, когда ты играешь на лане, какой-то мандраж, чувствуешь такое. А когда ты играешь в интернете, то есть ты просто спокоен, сидишь у себя дома в зоне комфорта и все. Думаю, не были бы увереннее на лане. Ну, отношусь к Артенж положительно. Мы ее тренируем, то есть что-то новое. Потому что в Counter-Strike обычно одни и те же карты играют годами, и наскучивают одни и те же карты. Я думаю, ну, это хорошее обновление. А то, что сможет листать камни преткновения, я не знаю, я думаю, все ее тренируют, типа, и ну, ничего удивительного не будет. Карта как карта. Вообще могут, да. Ну, то есть карта такая, то есть, могу сказать, не особо скилловая, то есть на ней как раз, да, вот у кого больше практики, я думаю, те и будут лучше играть. То есть сильно команда может проиграть, условно говоря, если она особо не тренировала раньше. Любой команде вообще.